welcome to today's episode of More Than Just Task Management, your favorite daily podcast where we help you build a thriving business with me, Anna and Jores, business coach and consultant, and my fellow co-host and business consultant, Jores Minasvand. Hey, Jores, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing well and excited about the topic we have ahead. Mm,
You?
So, so today we are discussing something that a lot of aspiring business owners and entrepreneurs, uh, I would say a mistake a lot of us make in the beginning. And ultimately, like in the beginning, we're thinking, oh, I know we had an episode specifically on websites, but we think based on what we're seeing that we can magically have all the systems, everything automated as we're starting the business, and that's it. Everything works perfectly, and people just click here and everything works. We get clients, we get revenue flowing in, and all these kind of things. However, the reality is that what happens when you are starting your business in the beginning, a lot of the work you need to do is manual. A lot of the work you need to do is not even repeatable
Mhm.
until you actually find the process, find a repeatable approach. You might need to spend time with people and even deliver in different ways. So this is what we want to discuss today. Ultimately, how much can you automate in the beginning versus how much you need to do manually? And I would say it's probably 80% manual and 20% automation. Like in the beginning, it's probably something like this. And then as your business gets growing, as you establish things, then it probably gets reversed. And then you would be doing just 20% manually or even less, and 80% or more can be automated. And this is, again, as much as we love to. I wanted to have a website, click the button, schedule the call with me, like everything was prepared, sequences and things like this. And yet nothing worked the way I wanted it in the beginning. I had conversations on WhatsApp, I had calls, like phone calls and things like this. Like nothing was systemized, worked the way I wanted to be systemized. So as much as, again, you want to think that, oh, I'll create this perfect path, everything will be automated, and people will just come and my business will be successful. This is the reality that as you are starting your business, that website will not sell. That automated process will not make the difference. What makes the difference is the work you do manually.
Mm. Agreed. One of the things that will actually uh, help you is yeah, there are things that you cannot automate. It doesn't even make sense to automate. However, when you build your processes, even if it's one or two people, even if you're small, have automation in mind on the processes that you're building. Just build the foundation for future. Don't build something that is so manual that for you to automate it 6 months from now or a year from now when you have managing 10 people, that you have to rebuild the entire process. So build an automated process that you're executing manually, and then you can automate it. So uh, absolutely. I mean, there are some things that don't make sense that to automate. So automate what makes sense. I mean, there are mundane things, there are daily things that you don't want to waste spend time on, and those you automate. But there are things that require your human touch and your attention, and you don't want to automate those, right? Uh, so yeah,
Yeah,
have automation in mind for future.
that's a great point that as you are working with your first clients and as you are even building your own uh, routines, you want to definitely think about having a process that can easily be automated, a repeatable process that can be automated. Now, one thing that definitely you can streamline for yourself is, like, for example, receiving payments. like even if you don't receive payments through Stripe or um, PayPal or any of these processing providers. One thing you can do, for example, here in Canada, we have Interact transfers, e-transfers, where if you are not registered with Interact, you know how it works. Like you ultimately you need to whoever sends you money, they need to provide a password, and then you need to enter that password to be able to receive the money. But if you're registered to receive automatically, there's no need for people to put in password. You receive it automatically. So this one makes sense. This one absolutely makes sense because chances are that the first clients you have, they'll be probably local. Like you wouldn't need to uh, get payment from abroad. And I think US also has, like if you're in US, US also has similar options. Like you can do this kind of e-transfers. And in any country you are, wherever you're listening from, there are options to receive this kind of like transfer, people to transfer money to you without any kind of manual steps and things like this. So some of these things, absolutely, yes, it's possible. But as I said, it's barely 20% of the work you do. You can probably automate some of your uh, emails, although again, like those email sequences and things like this, they come later. They come later as you start working with your first clients and customers. You can start developing these, but all these things come later. And again, the emphasis is that when you are starting your business, you don't have to have all the systems up and running. You don't have to have all these things linked where the way that you see these done by existing companies. And a lot of the work you do will be manual. A lot of the work you do might also be not repeatable until you actually find what works. And that's okay. And you should be okay with this. And really, as you're listening to today's conversation, stay open minded and absolutely look for ways to automate, look for ways to make things easier and faster and all these things. But at the same time, stay open to the fact that starting a business is not that magical thing where, like, out of the box, you click things and it's done. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes talking with people, it takes doing things that you are not able to scale. This is one of the things actually that I remember hearing a few times, that for the first few, you do things that are no, you can't do for the many. And that's perfectly okay. That's perfectly normal. And this is what you want to do. This is what you want to do. And trust the process. Things are coming. You'll be able to have that flow where people will come to your website, they'll click, they will subscribe, or they will purchase, they'll get the email, they'll get things delivered to them. Whatever it is, it will happen. You will have this. But as you're starting, keep automation in mind, absolutely, but don't try to automate things from the get-go. Focus on getting your first clients, focus on understanding them, focus on what matters. This is really the message for today.
Yep, very well done, very well said. You are at the opposite end of, or the beginning of the or the first level of the future state where companies, they don't automate anything, and everything has become so cumbersome that now they can't even automate, and they have to redo everything, and they have too many people and too much overhead. So uh, do what makes sense, but get ready for the future. Automation and we talked about this a while back. The basis for automation is digitization. Make sure that it's okay to be manual, but doesn't mean you do things on pen and paper. Put a good foundation to have everything digitized, because with digitized systems, then you can automate and digitalize them very quickly, very easily,
Oh,
and
oh
none
yeah,
of your data will
absolutely.
be lost. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Nowadays, you can do a lot of things as you're starting. For example, like you can use Google Drive to exchange files and PDFs, things like this. So very good point. I love what you were saying that manual doesn't mean pen and paper. Like manual doesn't mean you do things the way they were done in 19th century. It means that you will need to press the send button on your email. You might manual also doesn't mean that you can actually create templates for yourself. Like if you're reaching out to people to let them know about your business, ask for introductions, you don't have to rewrite the email, write emails for every single person that are like different. You can have a template that is more or less the same thing, and you just change a couple of things here and there based on who you are sending it to, like with the greeting, of course, like the name of the person and whatever, a bit of the connection in the beginning, but then the main message with this is what's going on, this is what I'm doing right now, I'm starting my business, and I'm looking to help this kind of people. Does anyone come to mind? If yes, this is how you introduce me. So this can be a template that you copy paste, update things, and that's it. So yeah, absolutely. Manual doesn't mean every single thing you do is unique and different. You can start creating those templates. You can start preparing, and of course, like using a lot of the digital tools that are available. You don't have to jump into paying for subscriptions. You don't have to jump into buying different programs, even scheduling things. Like you don't even have to do this. Like in the beginning, again, the important thing is to get those first sales, get those first customers, and start going from there. And again, I love what you said, Joris, with the base for automation is digitalization. Digitization. The way I'm saying it is like
Digitization.
yes, yes. So um,
Digitization. You digitize, then you digitalize.
exactly, exactly. So
Yeah.
absolutely. Well,
All right.
I think this is it for today. Again, the main message is focus on the things that matter. Don't get distracted. Focus on the things that matter and trust the process. Yes, the beginning might be cumbersome and slow and manual, but with time and as your business grows, things will change. And as you said, the right foundations, things will change. And by the way, speaking of setting the right foundations, we did mention that we are about to launch a community of aspiring business owners. And if you are looking into starting your business or just starting your business and want to accelerate things, I will add the link in the description of this episode so you can check the information about this membership that we're setting up where we help aspiring business owners start successful businesses. You can check it out. And if you like it, if this is something that you think will be helpful for you, uh, join the waitlist and you'll be one of the first ones to be notified when the doors are open. And of course, you know that when you are part of the founding members group, you do get some perks and things that others will not get. So I would highly encourage you go check it out and see if this is the place for you.
Thank you, Anna.
Oh, thanks, Joris.
See you
Bye.
day. Bye bye.